That's all right. That's all right.
I'm freezing and I need something hot to hold.
That's good.
Okay.
So hold it. Yeah. Hello, here Jorgen Welsink from the Cryptocurrency Academy. I'm here together with Rachel Wolfson. I did an interview already, actually, with Rachel in Berlin.
Yes.
And you're here, so I'm just curious. What kind of new ventures have you been doing since Berlin?
Yeah. So a lot has changed. No, not really.
Yeah.
So basically right now I'm really focused on regulations and security tokens.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned a lot about like security token offerings, and I really think that that's kind of the future of crypto right now, security tokens. And regulations, I mean, those are two topics that I'm really focused on now.
Okay, nice. And basically, what we're currently doing in the Netherlands, we are going to do an IPCO, which basically means that we're going to token the company is going to issue stocks, and we're going to tokenize them. So is that also something that you're looking at?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, digital assets on the blockchain. I mean, that's really interesting. Been talking to some interesting companies that are doing that. Like Atari, there's a few others, but I think that is definitely interesting for sure.
Yeah, so you see the future going forward. It's going to be more security tokens, or do you see the future as well? Because I've been talking to. I've been talking to so many people, but I've been talking to some people, and basically what they're saying is, for some networks you need a utility token, but from an investor's perspective, it would be interesting to have a security token as well. So basically, you're going to walk both paths. So you're going to issue a utility token, but for the investors, you're going to do a security token. What's your view on that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think right now institutional investors are really starting to pay attention to this space, and I think that security tokens are necessary for that to move forward. Security tokens, regulated exchanges, things like stable coins even. But yeah, I mean, utility tokens still have their use for certain platforms. Like they're I mean, I'm just thinking right now, I'm a fan of Vegan Nation, and they have a vegan token that you can use to buy vegan food. And I mean, that makes sense, but if you're an institutional investor, you're going to want something like a security token. Obviously.
Yeah, you want kind of return on what you're investing in, and like that it makes it interesting.
Right.
Probably you're talking to a lot of the authorities as well, who will be regulating some things. So are there some kind of developments that you could talk about?
Yeah, I mean, I am speaking with some people that are trying to do some self-regulatory acts around security tokens, that are speaking to people in DC, and that are going to be speaking to key players to help advance that. I can't really release any news right now, but there's some stuff definitely in the works to get more regulations in America. I mean, you know, countries like Malta, they have these bills in place, and that's great, but I feel like America really needs regulations and all of that. So I do know that there's some stuff in the works in terms of security tokens, and people speaking with people in DC about it.
Okay. So, are you also doing lobbying yourself, or?
I don't know if I'd call it lobbying, but I do support these efforts for sure, and I do have a contact that I'm kind of speaking with to help put him in touch with my contacts, so we can kind of form this coalition to present, you know, to the people in DC to make this work. And I think we're going to make progress on it.
Yeah. So do you see that there's a kind of a shift going on from a governmental perspective, that they know more that what's going on and how it can change the world and how it also can benefit, maybe?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you know, we've got to lose this old school way of thinking and see the future, and like, this is the future, and it's blockchain for good, and it can be used in beneficial ways, and I think that some government officials are starting to recognize that, and it's something, you know, it can't be overlooked, it can't be ignored, because it's the future, and I think some people are really starting to adopt that, and you know, they're friendly towards it. Right.
Yeah. Okay. And one other question that I just want to ask you. Basically, blockchain and cryptocurrency. It's a real small community. You know, we've been meeting. I see a lot of familiar faces everywhere coming around, which is really nice. You know, because you get connection and things like that. But how could we make the general public adapt cryptocurrency more. You know, personally, I've been working with a company who's creating payment solutions for merchants, for example. But how do you think that we could kind of make the adaptation go quicker, or we can create momentum with that?
Right. Well, I think it's really important to raise awareness and have educational efforts around crypto and blockchain. Start teaching these courses in universities, offering degrees, raising awareness. People need to know what blockchain and crypto is. So, for instance, right now I'm thinking about writing a book to help raise awareness. And then I do think that, just allowing people to use cryptocurrency for everyday transactions, like walking into a coffee shop and being able to use Bitcoin. I mean, you can, but there are some problems still today with that. And so just to make transaction fees lower, to make transactions faster. I mean, once we reach that level, people are going to want to do that. I mean, I want to be able to walk into a coffee shop in Hong Kong, scan, my Bitcoin, and then it's there. I get my coffee rather than having to use a credit card.
Yeah. So how do you see? There are several credit card companies currently who have kind of you need a Bitcoin address, but you can change it into fiat. So that's basically bridging the gap, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's allowing more people to want to have crypto, and exchanging that to fiat is, if you prefer fiat, you can do that. I mean, it's making things easier, making it more usable.
Very good.
Yeah.
I think for now I'm good. So
awesome.
thanks a lot.
Yeah,
Enjoy your tea,
Thank you.
I'll be probably meeting you
sure.
somewhere else, and keep me posted about the book as well.
Yeah.
One of the things I would like to say, because Rachel has been talking about education. I've been talking to somebody here, and basically what we're going to do, we're going to create a level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5 kind of education program with the Cryptocurrency Academy. So keep it posted. See you around. Bye bye.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. I hope that was good.